a stator and a rotor. And then inside here, you're going to have pistons, and then you're going to have a valve plate. And then it's going to go out the discharge. And then some will have oil pumps, some won't have oil pumps, they'll have flinger feeds. So let's take a look at a Bitzer compressor. So that was a Copeland, now here's a Bitzer compressor. So the Bitzer compressor, you'll look at it, there's a lot of the similar parts, but there are some uniqueness to each of these compressors. So now that if you learn the Copeland compressor, now you start working on Bitzer compressors, you got to learn those components inside there too, because there are some differences. Okay, you can see that in this example, there's no pump. Right here, this is they call it a splasher feed for the oil lubrication. So there's some differences. Do they have pump models? Yes, they do. But they have a stator. They got valve plates too. But these valve plates look different than the Copeland ones. Copeland has discus. They also have reed over in Europe, but they have discus compressors here in North America, where Bitzer just use all the reed. And you'll see on the Copeland CO2 compressors, they're going back to the reed style. But inside here, we got pistons, we got the crankshaft, we have our discharge, we have our suction, we have our electrical terminal plate is another thing. But you'll see every compressor manufacturer that you start to look at, you'll see just a few different uniquenesses, but it's the same principle. And lastly, we'll dive into a Carlisle. We got one right over there, the compound one. But you'll see that you got valve plates, you got pistons, you got rods, these are reeds, you got strainers. So the more you look inside the different manufacturers, honestly, it's going to be like, wow, I've seen that in that compressor manufacturer, I've seen that in that compressor. And what you do is you put the two and two together and be like, okay, this is how we're going to inspect it. So, field inspection compressors. Some of the biggest things that I want to talk about, maybe I can roll this up here, is when we're doing, this is a great cutaway. I have Chad from Kalos here, cut this apart. Hey, say hi, Chad. Chad did an amazing job cutting this apart for this event. You don't often get to see inside a compressor just like this. And why is it important to look at stuff like this and spend a lot of time cutting away? Is to understand the system as a whole.